Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Thursday. Uh, it's an interesting change of pace. I thought it would be fun to try something new, as my name suggests. And in that vein, I thought we'd try playing some MTG Arena. I have an on again, off again relationship with Magic the Gathering. Love the card game. Don't so much care for the online iterations, whether it's MTGO or this new Arena client. It just, I don't know. I think my preferred gameplay type is probably Commander in person, so this is a far cry from that. But just to get us out of the nonstop WoW content for a while, I thought it might be fun to try drafting Kaldheim, the new MTG set that just recently came out. I know nothing about the limited format this time around. Normally, I would do a little bit of research, at least play some practice games, get to know the format a little bit first before jumping in. But I thought it might be more entertaining if we go into it completely blind. I'll be drafting exclusively off of the old bread system, which was, big when I was an in-person drafter, like 2002 to 2008-ish. Bread is an acronym for bombs, removal, evasive or efficient cards, aggressive cards, and then just the dregs. What that basically means is that's the order in which we'll be picking cards in our draft. Obviously, if you have advanced knowledge of the format or you know what limited archetypes are good, you might want to try to build those kind of known or established deck types. But this bread drafting kind of works going in blind, or if it's like a cube drafter, you don't know exactly what all the cards in the set are. So bombs are like cards that can win you the game on site. You open up a planeswalker that's just a snatch grab. It's hard in a limited format sometimes to play against an uncontested planeswalker. Removal spells are going to be key and limited, so anytime you can pick up something that makes an enemy creature or enchantment or artifact or planeswalker go away, the better off your game is going to go. Evasive or efficient creatures are good. Creatures that can't be blocked, creatures with flying, creatures with first strike, indestructible creatures, or extremely efficient spells, spells that you can cast again from your graveyard, flashback, that kind of thing, are also really good grabs to get. Then just raw aggression. A 3/3 trampler for 3, or a 2/2 first striker, or a 2/2 for 1 mana. These are not great, but they're solid staples of an aggressive deck that you're going to need to be able to cast on curve that fill out a lot of the 40 cards you're going to play with. And then lastly, sometimes you're going to have to play with the D in bread, which is just the dregs of whatever's left over. Sometimes you have to play Grizzly Bear. Sometimes you have to play, Mountain Troll. You don't have a choice. Those are just, you need a 39th and 40th playable, so you play the 2/2 for 2. So we're going to use one of these tokens. I don't remember when those started being included when you bought the season pass, but we'll just see how this goes. Wish me luck. Sometimes I feel like, oh no, this isn't a bot. This is a real person draft. Oh, that's better. I was gonna say, sometimes I don't understand the logic of how the draft bot is picking cards, but this is one of the ones I think where I'm playing against 7 other actual players. So hopefully there's rhyme or reason to how they're picking. Oh, and we are on a timer here, so I guess I'm not going to have a ton of chance to talk about stuff. Toralf, God of Fury. That's interesting. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Dwarven Reinforcements looks really good. Foretell probably lets me cast it pretty cheap. We're going to just pick this as pseudo removal. It's not actually that. I don't know whether blue is good in this set or not. Disdainful Stroke can be interesting. I don't love playing counterspells in limited most of the time unless I'm very familiar with the format, which I am not in this particular example. So Icebound Pillar is interesting. It's only going to work if I can have that snow land, though, which so there's okay. It looks like snowlands aren't going to be that hard to come by. Hmm. I like Cinderheart Giant as like just the extreme top end of a deck, but sometimes you don't even see turn 7. Alright, well, we'll just try this again as half a removal card. Oh, that's interesting too. It's a very cool looking card there. Oh, no, that's interesting. So not its cost itself isn't reduced, so it's maybe not an efficient card by itself, but it will reduce the artifact and enchantment costs. And so far, all I've drafted is artifacts and enchantments. There's like a pretty stereotypical. Yeah, we'll try this. There's an old archetype called Blue Skies that's just blue and white, like flying cards. I don't know if Kaldheim supports that, but right now I don't altogether hate our start. Oh, a blue-white Saga seems like it would play well. What does it do? I gain 2 life for each foretold card in exile. I guess that could be good if we start drafting foretell cards. Well, I mean, that, and it plays into the... Ooh, and Behold the Multiverse. I do like card draw. Man, I don't like these picks where it's... I would rather take 2 or 3 from this one and just skip the next pack. They don't let you do that, but we'll go this way. Alright, who's holding it up? There is also the like rare drafting. Maybe I should have just grabbed Torolf at the beginning because of his mythic rare status. Oh boy. What do we have? Oh, there are vehicles in Kaldheim. A funeral longboat. Very cool art though. I wonder how relevant that is. I think we take him as an efficient card. A 1/1 with vigilance for 1 is okay, but if he's the second card, he's a 2/2 with vigilance for 1, and that's pretty good. Well, loving that artwork. That token is really sweet too. Okay, I like that. That kind of plays at 2 different levels. It's almost like a modal card, so I can just play it for 2 as an artifact that I'm going to equip to a creature I've already got, or late game it becomes a pretty sweet card. That's probably an interesting combat tricky card. Oh, that seems good too. I think we're going to take this one, but I'd like to see this wheel. Oh, and I picked wrong because here's another Valkyrie sword. Can we pick 2 Valkyrie swords? Maybe? What would we be giving up? That's interesting. That's kind of interesting. Kind of rampy. I think we take that one instead of a second sword. I just see myself having that starting hand of sword, and not super loving that. So far I don't think I've seen a second flyer at all, so our Blue Skies Dream might not be a thing. So I think I'm committing myself at this point to blue-white, so there's not a lot for us to choose from here. I don't hate the Warhorn Blast as a combat trick, but I think just the 2/2 lifelinker. Again, I don't know how aggressive this format's going to be, so sometimes 2/2 lifelinkers early on can just give you that extra, 4 or 6 life that ends up meaning something at the very end when you're racing. Oh boy. I I guess I have seen a lot of artifacts and enchantments so far, so maybe we just take that defensively. The life gain is not going to be a waste. Okay, well this makes something a flyer, I guess if we were hoping for that to be a thing. See, I feel like the counterspell's a better choice here. I just don't know. I don't know what I'd be holding it for to counter, and that's kind of a dangerous place to be when you don't know what you're holding counter magic for. So I think because I'm ignorant, I'm going to have to take the less optimal card there. Ooh, now that's interesting. I don't have any vehicles, though. Oh no, I picked up the car. Alright, I'm going to take this guy. A 0-6 for 2 is efficient, and if he counts as 6 power for crewing a vehicle, that's even better. Revitalize. Card draw life gain. Seems good. A second Giant Ox, why not? Now it incentivized me to pick up some more vehicles. I don't think I'd ever play either of these in this deck, so... yeah, probably not. Hopefully there will be enough blue and white options that we don't have to splash a third color. Oh my goodness, he's got a horn in his head, like a tooth. I don't know what that is. Owie. But he's not me. That doesn't seem... like, it seems powerful in a deck that's built to make it work, and I'm not sure that's going to be this deck or any deck in Limited. I like the Raven. Or the Hawk. I think we're going to go Raven. Playing into that blue-white flyers that we were hoping for. Ooh, the World Tree. Want that in Commander for sure. Don't think I can play it here. So let's not... ooh. That's an interesting land. Bind the Monster is, like, I think probably premium removal. It's the best we've seen so far, so I think we have to take that. I would like to pick up... yeah, sorry. We said we were going to draft on bread format, so that's what we're going to do. Stick to the game plan. I don't think I have any giants or wizards yet, so not a ton of synergy there. The Ruined Crown. I do like a 1-2 flying first striker. Alright, bird it is. Ooh, the Rune of Flight. Interesting. So we could pick up a snow-covered island here, or a Behold the Multiverse, probably. 2 whole months! Oh man, I don't know what to pick here, guys. I think we're gonna take the Behold the Multiverse. I feel like I want to have some foretell options. Ooh. Shenanigans, I think. Okay, so I like this guy as a beater. He does a little bit of control if I can come up with some... I think we just take him as a 4-4 and assume that's all we're ever going to get out of him. Yeah, it really has been very, very whirlwind. Okay, so we have Renishure again. I like that card a lot. I don't know, maybe I'm overvaluing it at 6 mana. I think I'm going to take it. It's removal in my mind. Because it, you know, oh, there's another one too. Damn. That's twice now I've picked the wrong card. I like that. the nice thing about the run ashore is, you're basically you're kind of time walking them in a sense. They're either going to bottom that card, which is essentially killing it, or you know what they're drawing next turn. It's kind of win-win. Oh, and then a nothing pick. I guess we just uncommon draft. Yeah, I can't double black splash. I guess I just take another Bergstrider. I don't know that I'd play 2 Invoke the Divines. I don't know that I really want to play 2 Striders either, but... Well, it's cheap. As long as the creature isn't removed, it kind of replaces itself later. There's not a lot else here. Oh, we'll take it. Maybe it does a thing. Yeah, it is very much like the Torghast Chorus of the Dead ability. It's Voltron. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a child who needs to grow up, but I love Voltron. Anytime I can group things up together to make them better. I think we just take a second Revitalize here. We're going to be short on removal, so being able to dig for that removal is probably valuable. Doomskar Oracle. Yeah, I mean, getting able to cast it for 3 mana over 2 turns is nice with the Foretell. My problem is, like, the deck that I'm working on here is kind of just becoming a slow plodding deck without a huge top end. Second Renishaur, nice. So it's like if I spend all that time waiting to get to the end game, it turns out I can't dominate the end game either, so this may not go well for me. Yeah, so Bound in Gold seems really good. I mean, it's an upgraded pacifism because they can't even crew vehicles. I think using our bread stratagem, I think that's where we have to be. Missing out on a 3rd Bergstrider, which isn't a huge loss. I don't think we'd splash red for that effect. Yeah, removal it is. Oh boy. So we have the Mistwalker, which is kind of fun because it's a changeling, so that'll count towards our giant and wizard tally. But it's a little overcosted for a 1 power flyer in my mind. I might just take... well, maybe I just... yeah, I think I start taking Snowlands, just that I can get some benefit from those giants. And have something to tap down with my whatchamacallit. The hell was it? The wannabe Icy Manipulator. Oh boy. So Iron Verdict is interesting. I like that I can leave it out there foretelling, so that I can just do 5 damage to an attacker. That's kind of handy. Yeah, it's removal. We have to take it, I think. Wow. A giant rogue. Maybe that's a great idea for a D&D character. Oh man, I don't know what to do here. I kind of want the second Bound in Gold, but again, I think we're playing for like an end game that I can't control because I don't have a top end, so maybe I start taking top endy cards, but I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna take removal. We'll be the worst kind of opponent to play against, one who just drags the game out for 12 turns but can't actually close. People like that, right? That's interesting. Yeah, we've got some good enchantments, so if nothing else, it creates disincentive to kill him. Sometimes that's enough. So it's not it's not white-blue, but it could just be a white snow-covered land. think we're going to grab another one of these, though. Help us get some mana going. I've just had the worst luck with drawing lands in the last... Oh, I don't remember. What was the... Theros? The Theros Beyond Death, I think, was the name of the set that came out before this. That's the last time that I drafted with Destiny, and I just got like mana screwed out of just 3 games in a row. 3 up, 3 down, draft over. That's a huge bummer. I mean, that effect isn't super valuable. I think people sort of think of it like removal, but the top card is kind of an unknown quantity. It can be anything, so taking it away isn't actually removing their resources, I don't think. That's interesting. I think we go top end here, because I feel like we're going to end up in the late game. I don't hate that. Yeah, I think I would play him. And then nothing here that I would play. Oh, goodness. And the draft ends very unceremoniously. Okay. I mean, there's a chance that's a 3/5 for 4. We picked up, I think, only one shapeshifter, but we've got a lot of different creature types. We'll go second giant. Oh, no. Yeah, I just don't think... Well, I definitely am. I don't think I'm playing 2 mists, so it doesn't really matter. Third run ashore. I think we just take one of those. Alright, guys. Sadly, I don't love our deck, which is too bad. And we ended up with only 1 snow-covered land, which is not great. So this might not be playable. I think it is not. Alright, let's just run through it. Love it. Don't love it. Probably gonna get rid of it. Don't hate it. I don't think we're a combat trick deck that really love it. We're going to try running 1. I really want to play with this card and just see how well it interacts with the vehicles. I think I run 2 Revitalizes. I like that guy. That's tough. I think I'm going to leave 1 in. Yeah, he can foretell, I guess. I wonder if there's a way to tell how many foretell cards I have without having to count. There is not. Cool. So let's just do a quick. One so far. 2. 3. 4. 5. Really only 4 that I'm probably going to play. So maybe this isn't actually any good anymore. I think not. I guess the question is, can I choose to add snow cover? Or because snow-covered lands aren't basic, do they not count? Are they basic lands? I don't know the answer to that question, actually. I don't see them here as being selectable, so I'm guessing not. I guess that would be not cheating, but unfair in draft format if you didn't actually have to draft snow-covered lands. Fine. Okay, what are we gonna cut? I'm still not sure about that guy. Where are we at creature count? It's not bad, actually. So we're cutting non-creature spells. Maybe we get rid of that and just see how much we actually run into artifact and enchantment before we commit to running artifact and enchantment removal. We're heavy at 3. Maybe I just run one of those. Nah, just get rid of that guy. Oh, goodness. I'm not sure what to cut. Well, we have to choose a card back while we decide. Are we feeling Ugin-y? What are we feeling? That one's kind of cool. We are blue-white. Maybe we just choose the Azorius card back. People will never see it coming. And we have to make our giant rogue the box art, because giant rogue. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 different creature types, which I think is valuable. It's a 4/4 for 5, and it potentially gets back premium removal spell or my Valkyrie sword. I think I have to keep the Scald. I'm really not sure what else to cut here. Maybe that goes away. I think we're just going to try it as a 43 card deck. Don't tell anybody. It's not optimal, but I love them all so much. Alright, let's... we didn't name it. We should name our deck, probably. What shall we call it? Well, since I don't know anything about this format, we're going to name it Called Huh? And let's play. This will likely be the fastest 3-game losing streak ever. Oh, 4 mana in the starting hand is not great, but I got a 2/2 lifelinker and the sword, which I would really like to see as an angel. But at a bare minimum, it's a turn 4, 4/3 lifelinker. All my eggs in one basket. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We've got Run Ashore as backup. Ooh, we're going to sandbag that we're white-blue. They're going to think. White weenie aggressive deck. And that's how you get them. Ooh, a foretold card. So I am a little tempted to just get the Valkyrie sword out now underneath what I'm assuming is a counterspell. Because they can't stop the equip. I think we're just going to do that. It gives us something to do with our mana for this turn and next turn. Because we're just drawing lands. Like we have to play with a way to use them. Now that activation is double snow-covered land, so unless this guy had a really good draft, that's pretty unlikely to happen, so I think we're just looking at it as a 2-3. You know, plus or minus whatever he's able to suit it up with. Another foretell card. And another land, so that's awesome. Well, I've got no action, so I think we just have to press our advantage and see what kind of combat trick he's got. Ouch. Yeah, that'll do it. So while he's only got one green mana, we can get rid of both of those cards since we didn't draw a creature. If we let him untap, there's a chance he'll be able to counter this, but actually, I guess I don't know Kaldheim, so maybe there is a single green counterspell, but I kind of doubt it. We'll see where he puts them. This one's going back to his hand, and then he either gets to top or bottom this one. I'm guessing he goes bottom, probably. I don't know that you want to draw that again. Oh no. Without any snow-covered land, I don't know how valuable a 2-3 for 3 really is on turn 8 or turn 6, but he is got a superior. Oh my goodness, more land. Cool. Alright, well, we'll revitalize, see what we can draw. Again, because on my turn, are you kidding me with this? Because he was shields down for counterspells, but apparently our deck is exclusively mana. In hindsight, probably should have waited to cast the Valkyrie Sword as an angel. But you never know. You can't know those things. And now it's tough because we're top deck. Well, maybe he doesn't see this as a threat. I mean, I guess we just put this on him, right? There's no reason not to. If he's going to remove the creature, we just wasted mana that we weren't going to do anything else with anyway. That's a big ox. Sometimes all I need is a good ox. Can't really hear the game sound. Oh, because it's all the way off. So, this is probably another Mammoth Growth, and I'm not going to throw the ox away just to not take 7 while we're at 28, so... Oh boy, what is the greatest threat here? I guess... Well, this will definitely find us a counterspell. If he's got it, I don't imagine this gets to go off. But it'll get that card out of his foretell zone. Oh, so it definitely is probably just another Mammoth Growth then. I can't imagine he'd let that resolve otherwise. Because now his attacks are kind of garbage. I mean, we know that it's a Mammoth Growth, so at some point I will have to put a chumper in front of it just to get the card out of his hand, but... Do you like it better than real cards? I don't know. I I like the tactile getting to shuffle my own cards and cutting decks and stuff, but it is cool that it kind of plays for you. For people who are unfamiliar, oh my goodness, what the hell was that? Oh no. And it must be blocked. Well, I don't want to. Okay, fine. That is unfortunate. Oh my goodness. What a absolutely shit draw. Four, 6, 10. We've drawn 10 of our 17 lands in the top 14 cards. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have drawn twice as many non-land cards as we have land cards. That is, as the kids say, not great. And I'm sure this is really... So just no counter magic at all. This has to just be another mammoth thing. And that's not great for us because we are dangerously low now. Yeah, it is nice that the game like talks at you and gives you gratifying sounds when you punch your opponent in the face. That is pretty cool. And the nice thing too is that it doesn't let you make gameplay mistakes really. For the most part, the game kind of does stuff for you. It doesn't really let you cheat or your opponent cheat. So if you're not sure how rules interactions work, this is ideal. So I don't know. I feel like we have to get the card out of his hand, right? Otherwise, he just keeps... So I think we just do this. And make him have it. Which we know he does, but... That's better than 7 damage to the face, I think. And another land. That means in the remaining 24 cards, only 6 of them are land cards. Whoopsie. That's a fair point, other Zeph. Oh, good. Well, you know what? We're going to go out on our terms. This'll kill us. Yeah, it's... If you're... Like, sequencing can sometimes be unapproachable, especially if you're playing with strangers, where, like... Actually, I want to hold priority for a minute. Yeah, I could see that being, like, a socially anxious situation. Plus, like, there's the anonymity of the internet where you can be as rude as you want to these people because you'll never see them again. So let's try not to draw 70% lands this time. That was extremely awkward. It's hard to tell whether or not the deck even has legs because drawing 6 non-land cards is on, 8 turns isn't going to do it. Yeah, shuffle better. Oh my goodness. So this is going to be the opposite problem of just the extreme top end. Alright, fine. We can foretell this out next turn, which is nice, so at least we have a playable card. But yeah, so say we really need to draw more. So next turn, I don't know. Maybe we just put out the vehicle. It's more mana efficient, which is probably the better play. Actually, we can do this. We'll do the Courser. As long as the Courser lives, we can do both of these next turn. The Foretold Raven plus the Raider's Carve. Against a black-red deck, it's a huge if something that has 2 toughness lives a turn, but if it does, we're in okay shape. Okay, no blockies. That hurts. But what can you do? Okay, this gives me an interesting opportunity, actually. I think maybe we do it this way. No. Yeah. Cool. Now we can use the Raven to threaten to crew up the Carve to block the Raider. Which, I don't know. It's tricky because I don't know what's in his hand. That's a weird attack. We'll just see what he's got. It's possible that they forgot how vehicles work. Or it's possible we're just going to get removal or a battle trick out of his hand. Yeah, cool. I don't mind making trades like that where he's essentially 2-for-1ing himself. I feel like we're trading up in that exchange, so... Definitely doing some churning, though. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's disappointing. Hoping to be able to... Is there any value in just foretelling it? No, because everything is gonna be too expensive. Never mind. Sorry, thinking out loud. Yeah, let's be aggressive. We'll hopefully maybe get some incidental life gain out of this guy somewhere down the road. Need to draw land in a bad way. I mean, I think technically we can win the race exactly as it is now. Not anymore. Wow, that is lovely. Cool. We did want some land, and we got some land. So we'll start with this guy, I guess. We can trade him for the Kennel Master, and the next turn use the Master Skald to exile the Bergstrider to get back the Raider's Carve, maybe? But we don't have... Fine. It still has to target. Oh, it was just going to not untap, I see. Yeah, let's go... Oh, how risky is it to go all in? Yeah, let's do it. That puts him at needing to win this turn. Because I'll have 5 points in the air. Which he does. God bless America. Should have seen that coming, probably, but... That was at least a game, right? I don't mind losing a game where I got to play. So maybe the deck was not well drafted. Or maybe it turns out you just need to know more about the limited format you're playing in before you shuffle up. Though I guess like it's hard to remember a set that doesn't have a gain control of your opponent's something. I probably should have seen that coming. This is an interesting hand. Lots of low-cost removal. Yeah. Womp womp. It was such a good plan, too. Good game for the opponent, though. Like, the cards he drafted worked very well together, so he had a good game. If nothing else, it's always nice to just see that at least somebody drafted a deck and then got to draw those cards that play synergistically with each other. It's worse when you're like just two players sitting at a table, neither of whom are having fun because both of you drafted completely derpy decks and they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That is the worst. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet table. I keep meaning to change my stupid little avatar pet thing too. I don't know why it put this one here. I want my doggo back. Interesting. Well, I really wanted to wait and cast this. But I think we just get this out now. We can equip it to this Intruder next turn, which I'll cast on his end step. And a classic, they'll never see me coming. Big brain play. There's nothing interactable on it though. I like the interactable tables better, where I can do something. I do like the artwork of that card. I think I had at least one chance to draft this and I didn't, and I kind of regret that. Oh, why would it leave? I hate the auto tapper. I have a Foretell that, costs 1 white. Why would it double tap white when it didn't need to? It's 3 colorless mana and it leaves me 1 untapped blue source. Cool. I got auto tappered. We're gonna just sit on the Bind the Monster. I feel like this is not the worst of the flyers we're gonna see, or it's gonna get suited up with something. So we'll just wait and see how big a threat it is. See, that's interesting. That's 4 damage, but we can just kill it that way. So maybe we do now just do this on this guy, because this can't attack. Oh, it can't block alone. That's fine. Guaranteeing we get in for 3. And then when it does attack, we can kill it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All that open mana makes me very nervous, but... Get Iron Verdicted! Nice. And then have nothing also? No follow-up play? Just wash your hands past turn? Please and thank you? No, you got a thing? Damn. So what would I don't really have anything that can get countered. So I guess we attack first, see what he does with that. Oh, it's a removal spell. Interesting. No, he just wanted to read it again in the middle of combat. Or is he just one of those like mouse over everything players to like confuse you and disorient your opponent? I'm gonna check your graveyard out. Check out your hand. What does this card do? Mouse over all my stuff. Cool. Well, since I don't have anything else to do with my mana this turn, I think we just pay full price for this. Oh, we don't even have a creature. Never mind. Have to pay full price for that. Yeah. What an interesting game. And by interesting, I mean not really. Don't you mouse over that. Leave Brittany alone. I'll mouse over your guy. How you like that? And you base killing your dudes. Okay. So I think it's better to add power to the board. So even though I'm not really getting ETB value here, I think it's just more important. I could have moved the sword over here and attacked for 2 extra points, but I don't know that that's super valuable. I'd rather just, if he's got a removal spell, then I'm starting from 0 again. think it's better to just increase your board presence here. We'll see. That being said, I've already lost 2 games, so what the hell do I know? I do love my giant rogue, though. Very hopeful we get to play him. Nice, Jarl of the Forsaken could have been really handy. If you had another creature. Opponents can't gain life, that's handy. Wow, this ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or if Quakebringer is in your graveyard and you control a giant, so that's pretty handy. I do like that quite a bit. So I think, because he's tapped out especially, I think we just... I want to get this cast under any potential counter magic. He's got no Foretold cards anymore. There's the surprise value of casting this at end turn. But I think instead... Well, let's attack first and see what happens. I think we just go out with the Valkyrie. Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll end step on his turn, the Invader. Or it's got Flash, maybe we can actually trick him. We can gotcha him. If he attacks with the Jarl, which I don't think he would, but... Oh, that's interesting. I will straight up trade my Bergstrider. Yeah, I'm okay with this plan. No, maybe I just take it, right? If I just take the damage, put this in at end step, yeah, I think that's better. Pray he doesn't have removal, and then we could be in a good spot. That is true. Destiny does prefer the timer, where I can't play the game the way I'd like to play it. Alright, one more win and we're out of Bronze Tier 4. Yes. Ooh, a pack of Ikoria? For drafting Kaldheim? I really wish they could... Oh, maybe that was just a win for the track. Never mind, that was just my... Alright, well, let's play again. I didn't altogether hate that game. Plus, I think we're past the time of being able to draft a second time, so I think I want to just not lose any more games now, so we can have a slightly longer and entertaining stream, because I think if I lose this one, it's probably time to go downstairs and have some dinner before hopping on for keys this evening. What is this hand? Serious? Ay. And that's somehow worse? I guess it's got removal and a turn 2 play, and we just have to draw blue? Cool. Thanks, game. I don't like that. That's it. Get me Zephyr on the phone. My headset keeps turning itself off again. Hey, look at that. Never punished. I think we still go this first. I don't know why, but I feel like people tend to see lifelink and it's like a lightning rod for removal. So hopefully this guy's got something we see. Oh, the mirror match. Love it. Well, let's see what you do, friendo. Wow. We'll foretell this, that way next turn we can cast the Ox and the Raven. Really want my Giant Ox to start doing some work here. In fairness, for Commander, I adhere to the social contract of never destroying mana. I do sometimes counterspell stuff. I have been known to counterspell a spell. Normally I'd wait, but since he's tapped out, there's no value in waiting to cast till after combat. And he'll block, but there's no reason not to get the 2 life, I don't think, here. I guess I should have kept cards in hand, so maybe he wouldn't have blocked it with the Mistwalker. Afraid that there might be a combat trick in my hand. Now we'll see how good the Mistwalker is. Remember, we toyed with drafting one. I was worried about the value of having to pay 2 for this. That seems expensive. 4 mana to get him to do 3 damage every turn seems like a lot. Like if it was a single blue to activate, this would be an all-star, I think. And just loaded for bear down here. Yeah, I wish we could do proper Commander in MTGA. Like, the Magic the Gathering online game is, I don't want to say garbage, but it's not great. Oh, what does this guy do? Okay. Yeah, you're just a pain in my ass, so you're gonna go away. Bye-bye. Well, you know what? Let's just be the aggressor, shall we? He can double block. If I were him, I'd be tempted to block Story Seeker and Mistwalker together against the Raven, knowing all that I could kill is the Story Seeker, unless he's got big plans for it. Cool. Now I need a sweet vehicle for my Ox to pull. I don't know. I can't imagine something that's going to give him 4 power. So this is probably just to get the life, but I also don't mind getting a removal or combat trick out of his hand just for the Ox. Just for the life. Can't be blocked this turn, but no snow-covered lands. Interesting. Auto Tapper's not going to get me again. I guess no attacks? Because he can block there. Eat that. Fine. I'd like my giant rogue now, please. Some people might say he's a rogue giant, but I think giant rogue is more evocative. He's deep in the tank thinking about whether or not he wants to attack with that Yeti. I have one of those in my deck. Like, this guy and I, we were on the same page during our draft. Like it. Yeah, I have one of those as well. So, I don't know. Is this stupid? I kind of want to just put the bond and gold on his flyer so I can just start getting in with the Raven. I feel like the stalemate isn't going to win me any games. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. He's drawing way better than I am, and I'm ice skating uphill against, well, just, it's not quite card advantage. I'm not sure how I depleted my stores quite so. Oh, I had to mulligan, that's why I'm behind. Played first and had to mull to 6. Interesting. I'd like to see him suit up this and attack, you know, spending his whole turn to do it, because then I can just blow the Yeti up. No, exactly the same deck. I don't know how to pronounce that. Crossafiso 777. I don't know you at all, but at least we play Magic the same way. Loving it. I'm not gonna lie, we need a pretty big draw this turn. I don't think that's worth killing, at least not until there's a sword on it. That is not a bad draw. So, there is some consideration to bouncing my own Raven back to hand, just so that, you know, I get Raven back. What would I want to bounce of his? I guess just the Yeti, making him choose what to do with it. Yeah, my card brother from another MTG mother. Alright, fine. I will do both modes. He decides what to do with that one. That one goes back to my hand. This is why I was talking about it having such versatility. Like, not only is it potentially as good as Time Walk against your opponent, it has the versatility of, my guy's been bound in gold, but I can bounce him back. It slows me down quite a bit, but it's in a world where I'm not drawing creatures anyway. I at least kind of sort of get it back. and he's still really only got one good attack with that Starnheim Courser. And if he wants to use his turn to recast the giant... Oh no, he put it at the bottom, huh? Why isn't it on top? I thought I was supposed to see all known cards. If you put it on the bottom, shouldn't it be face up at the bottom? Oh, he did it. He topped it and then drew it. Duh. I would have been tempted to just put that at the very bottom of my library. 4 mana for a 3/3 isn't going to cut it this late in the game, I don't think. Come on, suit him up. Yeah, wish I could kill it before it deals damage, but them's the breaks. Hopefully no mana to play this turn, because Foretell card with open blue makes me nervous about a counterspell. But I'd have to assume that it's not 1 blue mana. I would hope. Because I think I am going to kill the Courser on my turn with the Verdict. Okay, let's not tap like an idiot. Please and thank you. We'll put this guy out. We'll kill this dude. We'll also get a Raptor out. Nice. And we'll offer him the trade. I think I would take it. I would have traded there, I think. It is fun. I fell in love with the game instantly just because I love just fantasy, like that whole genre, and then when it was explained to me that canonically in the game I am a planeswalking wizard summoning all of these creatures, I was hooked, man. That was 1998? No, 96. I was a freshman. Not another Courser. He must have just drawn that. I can't imagine a world where he was sitting on that for 3 turns. You're old. Yes. Oh no! I needed that for things. Jerk. It is kind of a really cool card though. Well, I'm not going to take the damage, but I guess you get the 2 life. Yeah! Let's go Viking. I was going to say, the Meg, if you're not careful, I will remind people how old you are. Because not shortly after I started playing this game did we start dating, so... we knew that he had that, so... Kind of... I don't want to say a waste of turn, but... Kind of. Now forget how vehicles work in attack. Yes, you dumbass. you fool! Oh, man. I have one more mana and I can actually cast this for the warrior token. Yeah. Well, I guess we crew up and see if we can get a land. Yes. Oh, boy. It would suck not having it to block, but I think I want to try to find that land more than I want to not take some damage, so... Do I just go with that? I think I just go with that. Yay. Next turn, Angel Token Lady. Yes! There's the chance he doubles up here. No. Cool. Again, never punished. Nice. Michael, how are you feeling? I was catching up on all of my Discord gossip, and it seemed like you were at death's door. Which, of all the doors to be, is not a great one. Wow, going all in on that Yeti. Love it. He's out for blood this time. Because this time, it's personal. But can you even afford to attack with it? That's no good. I mean, I guess it's good in that hopefully it alleviates any of the COVID fear you might have had, and you can sleep easier on that front, but it definitely sucks that you're this ill. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, that's a good draw, too. Alright, let's suit up. Yes, please. Excrement. I don't have great attacks this turn, but I have really good attacks next turn. I also only hang out with my wife. Look at that token. That is just beautiful. Plus, I think she's wearing jeggings, so... Ah, but you do not have the requisite snow-covered land, friendo. Unless he's going to play that next out of his hand. That would just shut me right up, wouldn't it? No, that would have been hysterical. Unfortunately, I think he's in a bad spot here, because I think Bergstrider taps down his one really good blocker. And if he's not dead, he's very close to it. Go. Well, why not? Let's just go ham. Math is for blockers. I don't think it's quite lethal, especially if he's smart, but I think the historians will look back on this day as this is the moment the tide turned against him. Yeah, that's kind of how you have to do it. Yeah. We drafted one of these, if you remember, and I had to cut it because I only ended up with one snow-covered land. If you can draft, 3 or 4 snow lands, and this is probably amazing, but it's just a dead card for him. That's what I was afraid it was going to be for me. So I feel like it's in my mind this is validation that we made the right choice in cutting it, because this wins him the game in an alternate universe probably. Being able to just keep the angel tapped down ad nauseum. I mean, it has to be the angel, right? I'm just going to move the sword, but it has to be the angel, yeah. And then an attack? That is ballsy. You can't attack, actually, friend. Well, I mean, I guess you can just be done with the game. Yeah, no blocks. I think he forgot how numbers work. I could be wrong, but I think if he left that back to block, he might be able to buy himself another turn, but now certainly not. Operation Shitburger. Yeah, that's pretty good. It still only blocks one creature, and it does not have lifelink. A clever strategy. I think that's still 7 damage, bud. Womp womp. Rank up. Alright, we'll play one more game. I'm due for a loss, so that'll be the end of this draft. Because then it's time for dinner. Yeah, I mean, it's any tradable commodity, I think. It just sucks to look back at, like, the price of a Lion's Eye diamond now, knowing that I got $30 for it. But yeah, when you have to pay bills, and someone's willing to give you hundreds of dollars for cardboard, you take that money all day. All right. Interesting starting hand, right? I think we'll keep it. I love hate it because it's got like early turn cards. I guess we got Run Ashore to try to get us back in the game late. Yeah. Not only do I love the art for this card, but I'm very hype on it. Seems pretty good. Pretty good. But they're the same. It is a pretty cool boast. Sadly, he's not going to get a ton of use out of it, I don't think. Oh, unless he's trying to trigger the kill a creature that was dealt damage this turn. That might be worth it. Yeah. I think I have to attack with the Story Seeker. Well, I don't have to. I think I'm going to elect to do that. Actually, maybe not. Because I can use those two things to crew the boat next turn, which lets me at least get another land if I'm not going to draw it. I need to start hitting land drops if I'm planning on running ashore. What is that? It's like heavy metal artwork. Wow, that seems pretty good. So that is kind of fun. You're gonna screw me on mana. I know you, game. I see you. At least you still play cards with me. That's the only thing I care about. We should try to find a way to play 10,000 on stream, because that is a game where you do quite well. Oh, I don't like that. But I don't mind that. I think we do it again. Damn headset. Yeah. Let's see if he chooses to block. He might trade... Oh, just a chump. I guess that's fine. Now, we need him to attack with the Pretender, having only cast one more elf, and then I would like to Iron Verdict it. I guess worst case scenario is I have to put the Brian Barrow Intruder in front of it, and then also Iron Verdict. I don't think he's going to be able to cast 2 elves this turn, or more than 2 elves this turn. Well, that's one. Oh, and he's going to put the counter on it? No, that's bad. Don't do that. What about this guy? This guy likes counters. Look at him. No second elf. Don't you do it. What a dick. You just know he's got another one. I hate to lose against Dark Elves. Told you he was gonna have it. What a dick. It's alright. We'll just put the Story Seeker in front of it with the Iron Verdict. He's gonna feel really invincible now. Yeah, Zeph, I'm gonna, as soon as I lose this game unceremoniously, take a quick break for dinner. I've got plans with Andrew and those guys for later this evening, but I'd love to try to get on and do at least a 10 with our boot camp group. Yes, feel safe. Definitely no tricks here. Well, that's not great. Are either of these worthy of being bound in gold? I don't think so. Yeah, we'll do. Come on, Dark Elf player. That is not great for me. Oh, did it whiff? It did. 3 lands. Oh no, an aura and 2 lands, but still. Not an elf or a Tyvar. But another one of these assholes. So we definitely want to have as few elves as possible for his next upkeep, which is perfect because we're going to have Run Ashore mana. So we'll bounce that one and that one probably. No, that one, I don't know. We're going to be doing some bouncing is all I'm saying. Sucks because that makes another elf when it comes back into play, but it will cost him most of his mana to do it. Yeah, I feel like that's better. Choose now. I didn't realize it was that hard a decision. Did he bottom it? Yeah. Value Town. Same too, I suppose. Oh, nice. I do like me a good Revitalize. Oof. That is unfortunate for him. Unsurprisingly choosing elves on the Bloodline Pretender. I don't remember what verse 3 is. That is so many elves. Oh my goodness. Just all the land again. Alright, so... I think we have to leave blockers back, question mark? I think so. He's gonna get to turret down some stuff. Guess the alternative is, do I just... maybe I just pressure him into making weird choices. Get him, Ox! Because taking 5 and going down to 3 is a risky proposition, so he might chump out, which is 1 less elf. So he can only kill either the Doomskar Oracle or the Raptor with the trigger from the Saga. Yeah, we'll see. That may or may not end up being a really good decision. It was questionable before I drew the Ox. After the Ox is maybe a little bit better, which I couldn't have known before that, but we'll see. If he's got a handful of elves, it's probably not a great time for me. What I need is another Run Ashore, which we do have in the deck. Just need a little bit of luck. Ouch. Brutal. Yeah, that sucks. Great Saga, though. How lucky was this guy's draft? It's almost like Dark Elf's standard deck. Pretty good. 2 Bloodline Pretenders, every castable elf, plus the Unite the Elves Saga. All of which is, yeah, good for him. That is pretty lucky. We'll play it one more turn, but I suspect I am very, very dead. at least he's playing quickly. Just kidding, he's not playing quickly at all. Come on, dude. Yes, even more elves. I get it. I totally understand. Please just play your fucking cards. It is fun to see somebody who was able to get like multiple rares and uncommons that are synergizing well with each other. It never seems to be the kind of deck I get to draft, but I'm glad that someone is having that experience. It's like loot in Raid. It's easy to be upset that you're not getting any loot, but it's fun when other people are like, yes, I finally replaced my 194 with a 213. Come on, Meow. This guy is killing me. Everything is a 10-minute decision. Let's go. Well, I'll kill that, I suppose. Oh my gods. Please click OK. Just click OK. Cool. I go to 10. Oh my god. Well, it's not nothing. Is there a world where I can not die this turn and win next turn? I don't have anything with haste. I don't remember if we cut that enchantment that gives +1/+1, because he's got no flyer, so he could take 6 in the air next turn and go to 1. Ooh, no elf before combat? He must have a flash elf, right? Again, this is where not knowing Kaldheim at all is going to bite me in the ass, but I feel like he wouldn't make this attack unless he had a flash ETB elf, right? Because otherwise he just runs into this and dies. I'm going to assume that's the case. And going to 3 instead of 4 I don't think changes anything. Oh, okay. I did not think about a pump spell. 4/4, that's a lot. Yeah, that's just the game. Give him the good game. And see if this guy can remember how to click the OK button. Nope, still gonna make me take forever. Cool. At least it was extremely slow and painful, right? That's a thing. Well, a fun draft. Kaldheim has some interesting cards for sure. I still think Renishaw is my favorite card that we drafted. Yay! 2 packs and 250 gems for one of my free tokens. Seems pretty good. Alright guys, I'm off to have dinner. Thanks for tuning in while we tried something new. I think I'd like to start doing that more often. If anybody has recommendations for games I should try, maybe we can talk about that this weekend. Thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you next time.